And it's a great day at SiriusXM, man. We got Trevor Jackson in the building. What's
What up,
going
what
on
up?
with you, bro?
Chilling, man. Thanks for having me, bro.
Appreciate you coming in, man. So really just to jump into it, bro, I had a chance to go to the It's Complicated tour, stop down
you
here
did?
in Atlanta.
Sick.
Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
I was back there. That's how I got a chance to meet like Paris and a few other artists. I think one of my homies from back home had an artist on your bill that weekend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like that was a great show. But
Thank you
like
for pulling up, bro.
no problem. But like, coming off the energy from It's Complicated, like how do you feel about the success of that project?
I feel really good, man. I feel like people are finally understanding that this is not a game to me, that this is my passion, this is my love, and that I'll never stop making music. And I'm just trying to be as real as I can now. I feel like, yeah, that's how I feel about it. I feel like people are like, oh, he's serious, because that record to me, I spent so much time on dissecting it. I always look at my work like a piece of clay or, a piece of brick or rock that I'm just chiseling at, trying to make it feel right. And it's never perfect for me, but I work a lot to make sure it's presentable. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to find something wrong with something, but I feel like I put a lot of time and effort into making this as seamless as I could. And I think the fans and, execs and people just around the world are kind of like, oh, wow. He's somebody to really pay attention to and watch out for, because I'm making music from a real place.
Yeah, for sure. And I was about to say, like, the environment in the concert, it was crazy. Like, the ladies were going crazy. They damn near knew the song word for word. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's another thing for me that was really big, right? So as I've been touring since I was 15 years old. So for a long time, but it's crazy every time I go on tour. It's more words, like maybe they'll like say the hook, then you go again. It's like, oh, they got the first verse. Now it's like every show they know every single word, and that. Yeah. When you spend so much time, like I was saying, chiseling or trying to perfect something, and they're saying it back to you, that's all you really want. As an artist, you want to know that it mattered, all the work that you put in.
Yeah, for
real.
real.
What I'm saying?
That's real. What was your mindset behind like adding a lot of the artists that you brought to the bill as well? Because some of them are like some big artists, some are like still on the rise. So why was it important to you to just bring them along with you?
I want there to be more unity in this industry, especially amongst black artists, all humans in general, but specifically that's my first focus is black artists and us supporting each other more and being there for each other. And I want to be the guy that I always wanted to have that I never had, The older guy that was like, hey, man, I see what you're doing. Come on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eric Bellinger, somebody who did that for me, I'm super thankful for. There's a few other people, but it's very few.
Yeah.
And so what I'm trying to do is create a new normal. And I just want more love in the room. I want more, support. And so that's why I did that, especially, Paris being from Indiana. And a lot of those other artists are new artists, young boys. And I remember when I was 16, 17, not really knowing, and all you really want is just somebody that's like, hey, man, I like that. Yeah. Hey, man, that was tight. Hey, come on tour with me. And that'll make somebody go for the next 10 years. That might put gas in the tank for the next 10 years because Trevor told me this. Because I know when I have Sean Stockman from Boys to Men say, hey, you make us proud when you out there singing. I'm like, man, can't nobody tell me nothing.
Yeah.
And it gives me that kind of.
That energy.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. For real.
Nah, I feel it. That's real. It's good that you want to do that for people because we all need just like that little seed planted every once in a while.
Oh, man. And it goes a long way, dude.
Nah,
goes a long way.
For real. All right. So, like, leading into this year, it's July now. You kind of been on a little bit of a hiatus.
You feel me? Sitting back a little bit, working. I've been back there working.
Okay. But we do have a new track coming up, Friend of a Friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, I always know it's a real good song if I already start remixing it, like, in my head already. And that's definitely one of them ones. But, like, can you break the track down for me? And just
100%. Yeah. So, Friend of a Friend is a song that speaks to the universal misconception that she's just a friend. I feel like we've all been, even girls, they'll be in that's the bro, that's the homie, right? Yeah, you lying. No, I'm just kidding. I just had a flashback and got mad. No, I'm joking. But that's what this record is about. It's about friend of a friend. And I feel like in my industry and the things that I do, being on TV, being in the studio, going to interviews, going to the club, there's always going to be some sort of something, like, I have a lot of women fans. So if I'm in a situation, I'm always getting asked that question. Who's that? Who's that? Who is she? Why does she feel? I'm like, dude, I don't never met her before in my life. Or I worked back in the day. I just, sometimes a friend of a friend. She's a friend of a friend. And so that's what it's about. And, that sometimes causes a rift, especially in a relationship. I think it's hard to be in a relationship in this day and age in general, but especially being somebody who does the things that I do, it's even more difficult.
Yeah.
And so this song just kind of speaks to those struggles. And like there's a bar in the song that I really love. It goes, if I rip my heart on my chest and I put it in your hands, you'd probably complain that it's messy. You wouldn't even acknowledge that I ripped my heart out my chest. You would just be like, ew, let me put some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've felt like that in a relationship before. I'm just like, everything I did, there couldn't be any, I could come back from having the greatest night, be like, babe, I just met this person, we might end up working together. Why don't you ever take me to parties like that? Instead of congratulations, baby, I'm so proud of you, I'm so happy for you, you know? So that's kind of like where the song kind of originated from.
Like, just like being like that, being the subject matter of the song, like, do you have a tendency nowadays to kind of like refrain from getting into any like real serious relationships just because of that aspect, or no?
No, I'm a lover, dude.
Yeah.
I love love, and I feel like, especially in the life that I've chosen, it can feel really lonely. I can't do it alone. I need somebody to rub my back, tell me I'm pretty. You know what I'm saying? Vice versa, back at you. You know what I mean? Like we all need that, and so. No, I can't let it get in the way of that. But it does make it more difficult to navigate, for sure. But I feel like now, because of this, I over-communicate everything.
Word.
I'd be like, so look, we're about to go in here. There's going to be somebody. She might try to give me a hug. Now, I never effed, but we might have, like, shook hands. You know what I'm saying? I'm just overly, because I just want everybody to be cool.
Yeah. And it's also kind of like a self-preservation type thing, just protecting yourself, because like, I really don't want to hear this if I don't have to, so here you go. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. All right. So, like, you know, with that being the track, like, are we expecting, like, a couple of singles or EP or whatsoever?
Yeah, definitely, dude. So, am I allowed to say the title of the album, or should we kind of wait? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. EP. So, the EP is called, I Love You, right? And so, you're definitely going to hear some more stuff. That's the first EP I'm kind of putting out. And yeah, I don't want to give too much away about what it's about. I'm excited for people to kind of just hear and be like, oh, this is what he's saying.
Yeah.
But definitely you're going to hear a different side of me, a more vulnerable side, a more honest side. And I feel like with It's Complicated, I feel like I proved I can exist with the great people that make music.
Right.
You know, I can make a club banger, I can make a little radio, whatever. Now this is me bearing my soul. This music that's coming out this year is me going through one of the most difficult times of my life and making music during that time. And this is what came out, you know?
Okay. Why do you, and I was just, you kind of touched on it, like you were going through one of the most difficult times in your life, because I was going to ask, like, why do you feel like it was important for that vulnerability to be displayed at this point?
Yeah. I work from such a, what's the word? I'm trying to find the word. But just in the moment. I work from what I feel. And even like in terms of project, I have 5 albums, okay, that I'm sitting on, right? But this I had to release from me before I could move on. I love myself too much as a human first before I just do what people want. I do what I need to do to feel okay.
Word.
And this was music that I had to make to feel okay. I was not okay. And so when I'm in the studio and I'm making this music and I'm feeling better, that's my medicine. And because I felt, right now I'm feeling so much happiness while talking about a project that brought me a lot of pain. I know that is what it's for anybody that hears it. They're in a lot of pain. They need some medicine. They're going through a breakup. They're going through depression. They're going through loss.
Yeah.
Play this. Feel it. You are not alone in the humanity experience. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of why, that's why I think it's so important. I had to get it out.
Word. And that's that's a real perspective. Like, you're not alone in that human experience. Like, that's the biggest thing. And I think
we all go. Life ain't. Nobody's exempt from going through the life stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. All right. So, like, outside of the music, like, when you're going through things, or you have to like take on so many energies, or you're dealing with a friend of a friend of a friend, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you kind of decompress from the moments where the world seems like it's just piling on you?
I go surfing.
Surfing
is my saving grace, dude.
Word.
I'll sometimes go to the beach and just stay there for the weekend, sleep on the beach, and just be there.
Yeah.
You know, when I see life in its most simple form, it's when I kind of find direction and I find guidance. I see birds, families of birds flying. I see family of dolphin. I see, fish. I just see everything in harmony existing. Nobody's like, hating on anybody else. Nobody's doing this or doing that. They're just being together. And I love being at the beach. I love surfing. And it kind of just puts things in perspective for me.
Real.
I would say I feel like when I get out the water, I feel like I was baptized again every time I go surfing.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Where you like to catch your swells though?
Ooh. So I almost drowned one time because I did go to a storm. A storm was, and they were like, let's go. I'm like, let's go.
I feel like you haven't really surfed if you haven't almost drowned.
Yeah, no, for real. So you surf?
No, I was born in Hawaii, so I just know
Oh,
the culture.
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's where I learned to surf, bro.
Word.
I was 11 years old. You were born in Hawaii? What island?
I was born in Honolulu.
Dude.
Yeah.
That is where where I will have my home and I'll raise my family would be in probably Maui or Honolulu. Those are my favorite places on earth that I've ever been.
Big Pink Hospital. Shout out to Tripler.
Dude, I love Hawaii. But yeah, that's why I learned, dude. Mm-hmm. That's why I learned, and definitely almost drowned before. But I had to go surfing the next day. I was like, or I'll never surf again.
Yeah.
That's how scared I was. But I was like, I got to get back out. And yeah.
It's definitely one of them things you just got to...
you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. So, like, I guess as far as, like, living, like, do you like to do more thrill-seeking things like that? Like, are you on the skydiving wave, too, or nah? No?
No. I was until somebody told me this story. They were like, yo, I went skydiving. It was awesome. I landed, bro. We went to the bar, bro. They had this bar that was there. Mm-hmm. I was taking a few shots. I look over. I saw a bunch of pictures on the wall, whole wall of pictures. And he was like, yo, who are these people? And the bartender's like, oh, those are the ones that didn't make it.
Oh, damn.
I said, hell no. You ain't putting me on no wall, bro.
Yeah. That took a sharp turn.
Yeah, right? That's how it had me. I'm like, oh, this is sick. What are these, like, legends in the skydiving game? No, they all died. And we remember them in here.
Nah, that's crazy. All right. So it's complicated. Friend of a friend. I love you. What else could we expect from you for the rest of the year? Like maybe another couple of shows? Like, are you in any more movies or anything like that?
I start filming Grey's Anatomy next week.
Okay.
I will be a new series regular on that show.
Hey.
I'm so thankful. I'm so honored to be a part of such a legendary, piece of TV. And yeah, dude, I love that I get to play. And nothing wrong with being a rapper, or a gangster, or a ball player, or football player on TV, but I'm just thankful I get to be a doctor.
Yeah.
I get to be something that most of America views me as, right?
Yeah.
I get to be the other thing, and I think that's really dope for a lot of young kids to see and know that it's possible to be something else. And for me as an actor, I think that'll be a stretch, which is what I like. I like to do things I haven't done before and kind of get out of my comfort zone. So I'm really, really stoked, actually, to do that.
Real. I'm excited for it.
It's like a nervous energy, but like excited, you know?
Nah, I'm about to say, because Grey's Anatomy, I was watching that with my mom all the time.
You feel me?
You know,
It's one of the longest running shows and still the most viewed show in America.
Wow.
Yeah, it's top 10 most viewed show.
Well, shout out to you, brother.
Yeah. That's awesome.
All right. Well, I mean, hey, man, if there's not anything else that we need to touch on.
Hey, you're awesome, dude.
Hey.
This was an awesome interview.
I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you,
were
bro.
awesome as well. Thank you for the great energy in the morning, because you definitely woke me up, man.
One love, bro.
Love, man. All right.
Peace.